Hello my loves, I'm Ellie Frost. Thank you so much for being on my channel. We are talking about the multi-dimensional approach to rapidly and radically healing and transforming during and after narcissistic abuse. Now, this topic is so good actually. I mean, it's not a good topic to have to talk about, but it's not a good topic at all in the sense of what it means. But it was one on my mind, and then Mary commented on the channel about feeling stuck in your growth in narcissistic abuse. Is it normal? And energetically blocked. And so I wanted to make this video and call it What to Know and Do About Being Stuck with a Narcissist and Not Able to Grow and Develop. Yeah? That we don't actually manifest, that we can't seem to grow anything in our lives, including ourselves. In fact, in narcissistic abuse cycles, it's an attack on ourselves and on our evolution, right? So you can't connect to a purpose. One of the biggest things with trauma is you can't connect to a vision of your future. Joe Dispenza, for example, if you know him, talks about being much more connected to a vision for your future than your past in order to rapidly heal, rapidly transform your life, right? And the thing with trauma is you can't do it when you're very traumatized. Reason being, you'll be in fight and flight. All you can think about is getting through the day. In fact, often the fear of the future will be very big, because when we've been very traumatized, it's hard sometimes to connect to the energy of positive expectation of what might happen next. We're very afraid of what might go wrong next. We are used to the rug being pulled under our feet and being shocked and traumatized over and over again, which is exactly where the narcissist wants you. So in order to grow and develop, we have to be able to connect to ourselves again, our purpose, our intuition, what makes us happy, and actually feel that we can connect to a better future for ourselves. Very difficult in trauma, and most of us will find that just too much, that it won't be available to us, or it won't feel available to us, and so yes, they energetically absolutely block you. The challenge with being stuck with a narcissist is they don't come with a trap or what looks like a trap. They come with something that you want or need. Yeah? So it could be in relation to unmet childhood needs and wounds, or it could just be this is like a partner that finally gets you. They know how to love bomb. A love bomb is a projection of your ideal soulmate or parent or whatever it is. They're masters of illusion. So finally, you found the thing that you've yearned for. This is why it's such a dangerous game with them. Because you're not always responding from your wounds. Sometimes you're responding from your desires, what you wanted in your future. They don't just steal your life now. They steal your life in the future. They steal your dreams. They steal not just your current reality, but your future timeline. Because by the time most of us have actually realized what the heck is going on to some extent, now we're trauma bonded and traumatized, and we're in so much fear of what could go wrong next that you can't just envision like a better future. And you've got to get out of some kind of sticky trap. That sticky trap will be maybe all of these or some of them: financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, energetically. There will be a trap that you're in, if not several. To break free of it is the stuff I teach you in Sovereign, is healing the trauma, self-partnering, right? Self-focusing and learning how to self-source, which is manifest again. But we can only do it regulated. If we manifest, right, when there's a lot of trauma going on, we can often force a manifestation, create something for our future, but it will normally be from an energetic where we're needing to escape from something. Now, because of like how it works in the universe, we tend to then just attract more things we need to escape from. It's not a pure manifestation. Or we could manifest something, if you know about, I'll teach you about manifestation, but you know, you could create something in your life and step up to it, but then an undercurrent of trauma hits you because you haven't cleared the trauma of the past. And so that undercurrent wants to pull you back, wants to make it feel unsustainable, because you still feel on a lot of levels like the rug's going to be pulled underneath your feet. What to do about it? One is really understand what this does to us. That if you are dealing with narcissists, and this is hard, but the amount of life force they suck from you makes you very unlikely to very easily create a new life. Because when you manifest, it relies on us getting a clear vision for our future and being able to energetically connect to it, right, in our energy in a positive way where we get quite solid about it and we become an energetic match in the universe to that new thing, that new life, that new way of being. Everything works on frequency and compatible energetics, right? So we want to be a good receiver of the things we want to call into our lives, like jobs, like people, like community, like love, like anything. But they've messed with your vibration, and when you're really traumatized, all you can generally think about, especially when you're trying to get away from a narcissist, is how do I escape? But then you could find a place to escape from that also has literally created an energetic match, another place you need to escape from with more problems and other problems. And, you know, we're not doing it in clean energy. So manifestation works best when we can reset, when we can actually come from a clean energy of desire, of actually what we want in our hearts to create, and be not creating and not manifesting when we are still traumatized. I go through this in Sovereign at the end of the course. So like, it totally shuts down your future. Because in trauma and in PTSD and in narcissistic abuse, all you can think of is getting through the day and what they're going to do next. And most of the time, you're so obsessed with them, you're not self-focused on you at all. All you are what you are in response to them. What's your response to them? What do they do next? Your future doesn't exist, and it doesn't matter to a narcissist. And the more we're with them, the more we're getting deeper and deeper into the trap and the lie, which will be things like you can't financially support yourself without them. I am not saying that during it may look very difficult to. I know that. I've been there in it. You know, it's like you don't know the way, right? You don't. Otherwise, you wouldn't stay in it. It's a trap. Narcissists know you're not going to volunteer once you see how awful they are to stay. They have to trap you. What we want to focus on is understanding that it's not impossible for you to have a future again. It's not unavailable to you. It's not true that you can't manifest. It's that your energy is being messed with. And like I said yesterday, it's an energetic universe working on us becoming an energetic match to what we want, basically. And so like we will attract in the universe, even in terms of what we will pick up on, what we'll see, what will come to our attention, things that are in alignment with what we're an energetic match to. So for example, you might have heard of this, like if I've got a particular car in mind, the chances are if I go out on the freeway, I'm going to see loads of that car. Because my mind's set to it, my subconscious is set to it, as well as I'm an energetic match to it. My whole vibration is pointing towards it. So we kind of get in terms of manifestation what we positively expect. And our whole key to creating a better life is to be able to connect to, right, a better future. But it's not just intellectual, it has to be in our being, in our feelings, right? If you just look at a picture of a car that you like, but you can't feel excited about it, you're not actually really moving energetically towards it. But when you can feel really excited and when you can start feeling it's possible, and then you start becoming a stronger energetic match, and the universe will give you more and more ways to manifest it. It kind of works like that. So they completely blindside you to your potential, to your future, to your freedom. How do you start changing it? You start regulating yourself. You start seeing what's going on. And you have to be a glitch in the matrix, a plot. You have to be a plot in the matrix, a glitch in the matrix, a plot twist in the universe. You have to make a decision energetically that this is not my energetic match. And start aligning with the reality you want. So for example, if I say I can't financially support myself, I can question that belief to start with. Is that absolutely true? Or do I just not know how to yet? Okay, I can start moving my energy just from the idea that I don't know for sure if I can financially support myself without this person, but I know that it could be possible. If you can start with it could be possible, because your thoughts are like magnets as well energetically. So once you have a thought, it attracts lots and lots of others. I teach people in Sovereign to separate thoughts and emotions out unless you want to consciously manifest, because thoughts are magnets. When you go down a rabbit hole of negative thinking, yeah, then more and more similar thoughts are attracted to that thought. This is how it works. So what we want to do is actually reset our bodies, process our emotions, take the thinking and feelings separately, especially when we're traumatized, allow the feelings to process, do what the body wants to do, which is just to process them. Yeah, like going to the bathroom after we've eaten a meal. It's just to process them and then use our thinking to our advantage, not to compound negative thoughts that are being triggered. So when we're traumatized, the body goes first. I talk about this all the time. In fact, we have a response to a trigger and then the thinking comes straight in. We're not thinking, then feeling it. So what goes differently for people who are traumatized is that in most manifestation techniques, what they'll teach you is to think something and then feel good about it. But in trauma, what's going on is your body is controlling your thinking, because the body is the subconscious mind. And so it's having a kind of trauma response, and then all those negative fear thoughts are coming in. So we've got to regulate the body first and then disattach the thinking, break these cycles so the brain doesn't keep compounding the negative thoughts, right, one on top of the other. When we reset, we can then think on a different trajectory that's at least full of more possibility. So if you can't attach to your potential when you're traumatized, but you can start looking at possibility. You can start questioning the thoughts in your mind. Is it possible that I could never ever figure my way out of this? Is it possible that, is it true that I could never figure my way out of this? Is it possible that I could? I don't know how today. That doesn't really matter if you start on a trajectory of it's possible that I can get out of this. It's possible that I can support myself. It's possible that there's a lawyer for me. It's possible there's something I don't know. It's possible. Then your mind opens. Now it's available in consciousness to more similar thoughts and ideas, and it will start, your subconscious, your conscious, and your energy field will start attracting things that support it. Your subconscious mind will start rewiring your beliefs, and your conscious mind will start thinking more supportive thoughts in alignment with where you want to go. But you've got to find the bridges, because you can't go from I'm trapped or I'm free. Your mind's not going to believe that. You're just going to resist it. So when people teach you affirmations, if you choose an affirmation that's too far from where you are, you'll just reject it and your energy will be repellent to it. So instead of like actually attracting more of those thoughts and feeling good about it, what you're going to do is create a lot of resistance in your body, and your body is what you actually manifest from and store all the trauma on. It's your energetic vibration that matters here, right? Not even just your thinking. A thought is just something to trigger the whole thing, the thoughts, like the energy field, the emotions, into being an energetic match to something else. So when we can get in alignment with the fact that I don't know how this is going to work, but there's another possibility. There's something I don't know. There's something else I could learn. There's another possibility here. I don't know how I do it, but I could. Yeah? Because your mind's just going to come up with where you are, the stuck thoughts. I couldn't do it. I'm a single mother. I only have no time. I'm disabled. It's going to come up with everything that confirms your current reality. So you first got to start with regulation and being willing to question it. When you're willing to question it, you can then find evidence of other people that have done similar things. There's always something that you don't know. There's always a way that you haven't thought about. But in trauma, we're locked. Our consciousness is locked. Our growth is locked. Our ideas are locked. We don't see possibility. That's exactly where the narcissist wants you. And from there, they can actually suck your energy. Also, erode your self-esteem. They'll gaslight you. So you'll believe that you're not good at what you do, that you're useless, that you can't support yourself, everything. Even if they're not saying that actively, they're subconsciously implanting that in you, that you can't survive without them. For whatever reasons, they're consciously making you believe that you need them, when actually it's them that needs you. But when you believe you need them, you don't believe you can actually survive without them and do well without them, right? But you can. So if you want to join Sovereign, you still can. Other than that, please keep liking, subscribing and sharing and commenting. Lots of love, guys. I'll speak to you soon.